Tapat. Do not open it yet. The body outside cannot speak. It cannot walk. Normally, its face is covered by yellow paper, and somehow it still found your house. So here is the question. If a corpse comes home, is it an attack? And so, that the living failed to finish something. That is the fear inside the Jiangshi. Yes, most people know the funny detail first. The stiff arms, the talisman, the hopping. It sounds like a weak monster until you ask where it is hopping. Not through a random graveyard, not toward strangers, toward the family door, but toward the people who thought this body had already been sent away. So why does the doorway matter? Because a monster at the door is usually outside your life. Nitamid. This one may already belong to it. The people inside may have known its voice. They may have washed the body. They may have dressed it. They may have paid for the journey to the grave. And how's it now? They may have told themselves. The hard part was over. Then the knock comes. Now the house is not just a shelter. It is the place the dead body came back to accuse. So what do you do with a corpse you recognize? Many Jiangshi. That is why the talisman is so important. In many Jiangshi images, that the paper covers the face. Do not treat that as decoration. It is the one thing keeping the living from looking too closely. If you ask, if you see a monster, you run. If you see family, you hesitate. The paper blocks both answers. It tells the body to stop. It tells the family not to invite recognition back into the room. And it turns the face into a boundary. Not person, not object, not safe. So the next question is simple. What kind of death needs a warning label on its face? This is where Dracula stops helping. Dracula is dangerous because he wants something. He watches. He speaks. He chooses. He can tempt you, threaten you, or lie to you. The Jiangshi gives you almost nothing to argue with. No charm. No speech. No bargain. Only a body that keeps moving after the person is gone. If it reaches for the door, you cannot ask what it wants. You can only ask what went wrong before it arrived. In many old death stories, death is not finished in one moment. There is the body. There is the name. There are clothes to prepare. And Sifonman from the room of the living into the place of the dead. When that process works, the body leaves the house and becomes memory. Yet when it fails, the story needs a visible problem. The Jiangshi makes that problem stand up. It is not just a corpse. It is a corpse still in transit. So why does it move so badly? Because the bad movement is the point. A living person adjusts without thinking. Nesua. You catch your weight when you step. You turn your head before entering a room. You soften your hand before touching a door. No amiwa. You react when something hurts. The Jiangshi does not. Its arms stay fixed. Its face stays covered. Its body moves forward without the small choices that make a body feel alive. And terrified, the soul's walls that il alpumanasabisam. The until has a mind aside it. The movement shows you the break. And Spudton no longer answers. So what happens when that broken body reaches people who loved it? Nitlingnasht. They cannot hate it cleanly. That is the trap. If a beast comes to the door, you bar the door. If a thief comes to the door, you call for help. If a corpse from your own family comes to the door, the first, second is different. The property, you recognize the clothing. You recognize the hands. Maybe someone inside folded those clothes. Maybe someone inside paid for the coffin. Maybe someone inside was supposed to make sure the dead stayed with the dead. Now the same family has to decide, do we protect the body or protect ourselves from it? That question is stronger than the monster rule. The rule is, the corpse hops. The fear is the corpse came back to you. The rule is, a talisman can stop it. The fear is the paper may tear. Debrada. The rule is, it is not fully alive. The fear is, it is not safely dead. This is why the Jiangshi works even for viewers who do not know the folklore. Everyone understands a door. Everyone understands a body. Everyone understands the panic of recognizing something you wish had stayed away. So what is left when the rules are stripped away? Closed door. A body outside. A family inside. A strip of paper lifting at one corner. No one says the name. No one reaches for the handle. The hand outside stays raised against the wood. And the face remains covered. And the corpse waits in clothes. Someone inside still remembers folding